emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Set, 19, 58, the mic. Switch. Slam. Twist.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A first down carry now for Miller. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Set, 19. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. 37's the mic. Mike 37.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Watson now to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
14 more yards.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. This is Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On the double. 52, 152. It's coming this way, Here we go, here we go. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Ebron caught left side. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Check. Hey, Alpha. Now. Reset. Shoot.
On 2nd and 11 now. McSorley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
Here we go. 8 read. Go. Go. There.
Here's McSorley now, 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. This is taken at the 18. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. The throw out wide to QT, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Second tone, you 9. Second tone, defense, let's go. At 58 is the mic.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And Miller picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he's got this down to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go. Check 24, check 24.
Throwing again is Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Kill. 94. Fresno. 31. Ball trot. 58, boy. 58 is Mike.
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Dixon running from the shotgun. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Go. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Back to the mic.
Back to throw here. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
PPQT on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
At the 18-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, keep it up. Hey, keep it up. Check 31. Check 31. Over.
Watson off play action. And Stills bringing it in. And I think the ball's out. And the Colts pick it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Open man is QT, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go, G, get off the field.
Now Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
He's coming. Double. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller, and he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Big air, big air, big air. 20 points down, he's coming. 66, pull it, high. 20 points down, he's coming. Down him, go.
Here's Watson. Completes it to Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
That's good for a Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's going to keep. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st down.
Here we go. 15-1. Ready?
Running out of the gun with Dixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Tight out. Let's go.
From just shy of midfield, Driscoll. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out. Out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. Ebron's got it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
You better be in front. Check 99. Check 99. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. There he goes, right side. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him.
And got his man complete. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal. 81 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. Under crunch. Under crunch. Under crunch. 59. 59. Mike 37. Go. Go.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. That's caught out wide by Stills. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this?
Emphasizing the things that went well, wanting more of that. Sure, but overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Hey, Charlie. Go. 52. Push him back. Push him back. Mike 52. Now watch one. Back two is the Mike.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. What's twist?
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Hey.
He'll look to throw. He's got Sanu. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. On the ground, it's Mack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Driscoll. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. -9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench, but this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ben Banagoo in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 10.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, pick him on.
Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
13 yards on the play.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
At the 28-yard line.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. Hey, 31. Come. Showing up. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
Again, it's Miller. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
The tackle made by
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
What is that? 19. 37. It's on field. It's on field. Hey, it's on. 24. No. 29. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shit. Check 4.
Watson on 3rd down. And Wilson has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
God.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Second and 8 at the 46-yard line.
A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
Here we go, 37 to Mike. Mike 37. Check.
Watson now to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
I got you, son. SOS. Check 24. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You got to beat that one, bro. I swear.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down, Colts.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
52. You're not ready. Hey, I 7. Ready?
Now back to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check. Greystone, travel. Hey, box drop. 52, Mike, 52. Man, go. Hit it.
2nd and 10. Dixon, complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Hey! 52 is the Mike right here, over there, right? 52. Get it.
Now Dixon, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Bust through the tackle. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Check 9, check 9.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here's the tap. 18. Run it. Hey, watch the left, watch the left. 26. Tight down, there you go.
From the gun, here's Watson. They'll find Miller, that's complete. And he got blown up on that play, back at the 20. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go. Do it.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Set, ready? 30 base. 51. Here we go, here we go. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
To throw again on 2nd down. Driscoll nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt was sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Set. 19. Activity fast. Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Check three. Check three. Check three.
Now Miller. He's had a big workload here tonight. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, it's Miller. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Set. 19. I'm here all day. 59. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. 59. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Check safety. Check safety. Mike 31.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
54. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. And it looks small. 58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And finding the tight end Wilson. A gain of 2, just like we saw on 1st and 2nd down as well. Deuce is wild. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He'll pitch it back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
60 outlaw. General West.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah. Hey, Haywood. 52. Block 52. Snap.
On on 2nd and 9. Driscoll. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42.
26 yards. And the Colts first down.
Down. 10 Lobo.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Pascal. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Let's go. 10 Tucson. 6-6. Pull it high. Begin to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Watch the safety creep. Weapon. 51. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Hey, Alpha. 51 the mic, boy. Ready?
They'll look to throw here. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So here comes the trusty, battle-tested Adam Vinatieri for a big kick. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Now Watson. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Colts, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Ugh.